Mjölnir is more than a hammer of thunder. It's a weapon of secrets, forged in fire, feared by giants, and worshipped by men. The myths tell us only half the story. What if the gods kept the darkest truths of Mjölnir hidden? Tonight, we reveal the 5 secrets of Thor's hammer that were never meant to be spoken. You can hear the thunder rolling in the distance, the rumblings of a storm brewing on the horizon, and in the heart of that tempest, the god of thunder stands ready to unleash his wrath upon the wicked. His name is Thor, and his every step shakes the earth, and in his hand, a weapon of awe-inspiring power, the legendary Mjölnir. But Mjölnir is more than just a tool of destruction. It's a conduit of secrets, whispers from the dawn of creation that have survived the test of time. Tonight, we pull back the veil and dive into the depths of these secrets, revealing truths about the hammer that could shake the foundations of the cosmos. Are you brave enough to face what lies ahead? 5. The cursed origin of Mjölnir's forging. The origin of Mjölnir is a tale as old as time itself, a saga of loss, revenge, and the forging of an unbreakable weapon. But what if there's more to the story than meets the eye? What if the very forging of the hammer unleashed a curse that would echo through eternity? The smith who crafted Mjölnir was no ordinary mortal. He was Brokr, one of the dwarven sons of Odin, a master craftsman whose skills were unmatched. But he wasn't just a gifted artisan. He was also cursed, doomed to lose everything he held dear before his own demise. And when he forged Mjölnir for Thor, he unknowingly passed down that curse to the god of thunder. It started subtly, with a whisper of wind that carried away precious moments and a flicker of flame that consumed all he loved. As Thor wielded Mjölnir, the curse began to take shape, twisting the fabric of reality and turning friends into foes. With each swing of the hammer, the curse grew stronger, threatening to engulf the entire cosmos. Thor, unaware of the danger he faced, continued to use Mjölnir, believing it to be his greatest strength. But the curse had its own agenda. It whispered in his ear, taunted him with visions of a world torn apart by chaos and destruction. As the line between reality and nightmare blurred, Thor found himself at the center of a maelstrom, a battle between the forces of order and the relentless grip of the curse. Could he break the cycle of destruction, or would he become the very thing he feared most? The fate of the cosmos hung in the balance, held together by the thinnest of threads. Number 4. Why the hammer was made too short. Mjölnir, the mighty hammer of Thor, is an iconic symbol of power and authority. But have you ever noticed how strangely short it is? Is it just a quirk of design, or is there a deeper meaning behind its diminutive stature? In Norse mythology, the size of a weapon is often linked to its power and effectiveness. Larger weapons are seen as more formidable, capable of causing greater damage and striking fear into the hearts of their opponents. So why then was Mjölnir made so small? One theory suggests that the shortness of Mjölnir was intentional, a way to make the hammer more manageable and easier to wield. After all, Thor isn't known for his grace or finesse. He's a god of raw power and strength. And in the hands of a skilled warrior, Mjölnir could be a devastating weapon indeed. However, there may be more to this seemingly mundane detail. Some scholars believe that the shortness of Mjölnir is a subtle nod to the dwarven craftsmanship that created it. In Norse mythology, dwarves are known for their skill in metalworking and their ability to create objects of great power and beauty. By making Mjölnir shorter than expected, the dwarves were able to showcase their mastery over their craft, creating a hammer that was not only powerful but also perfectly formed. Perhaps they knew that Thor, with his immense strength, would be more than capable of wielding the diminutive weapon, and that its size would only add to its lethality. Ultimately, the reason for Mjölnir's shortness remains a mystery. But whether it was a practical decision or a deliberate choice by the dwarven smiths, it's a detail that adds to the charm and intrigue of Thor's iconic weapon. And as we delve deeper into the secrets of Mjölnir, we uncover more about the god of thunder himself. 3. The secret power hidden in its runes. Mjölnir, the mighty hammer of Thor, is more than just a weapon of thunder. It's a treasure trove of ancient magic, a conduit of power that has shaped the very destiny of the cosmos. But what if there's more to this legendary weapon than meets the eye? What if the runes etched into its surface hold the key to powers beyond our wildest imaginations? In Norse mythology, runes are more than just ancient symbols. They're a way of tapping into the primal forces of nature, a language that connects us to the very essence of existence. And Mjölnir is adorned with some of the most powerful runes in the Norse pantheon, each one holding a secret power waiting to be unleashed. Some say that the runes on Mjölnir have the power to control the weather, to summon storms and calm the seas. Others claim that they can grant super strength, allowing those who touch the hammer to become giants among men. There are even whispers of runes that can manipulate the minds of others, bending their thoughts and desires to the wielder's will. But these powers come at a cost. For the runes of Mjölnir are also said to be a source of great pain and suffering, capable of twisting the soul and corrupting the heart. Only those who are pure of heart and strong of will can hope to wield the hammer's full potential, for the runes will test their resolve and bend them to their will. But what if we could harness the power of these runes for good? Imagine the possibilities if we could control the weather, protect the innocent, and bring justice to the wicked. The potential for good is just as great as the potential for evil. And who knows, maybe somewhere in the vast reaches of the Norse pantheon, someone is already wielding the power of Mjölnir for the greater good. Number 2, the gods who feared Mjölnir's true strength. The halls of Valhalla are filled with tales of bravery, valor, and the intoxicating thrill of battle. But even in this hallowed hall, there are whispers of fear, tales of those who dared to challenge the might of Mjölnir and lived to tell the tale. For Mjölnir is more than just a weapon of war. It's a symbol of power, a testament to the strength of the gods. And some say that its true strength lies not in its physical form, but in the hearts and minds of those who wield it. When the hammer is held by a warrior of unwavering courage and determination, it becomes a force to be reckoned with, capable of shattering mountains and leveling forests. But even among the bravest of gods, there are those who tremble at the thought of wielding such power. For Mjölnir is a double-edged sword, capable of great destruction, but also of great enlightenment. It's said that when the hammer is thrown, it doesn't just seek out its target, it also seeks out the truth. And the closer one gets to the hammer's head, the more they're exposed to the raw power of its magic. Some gods, driven by their own fears and insecurities, shy away from Mjölnir's call. They choose to hide in the shadows rather than face the truth of their own hearts. But others are drawn to the hammer's call, eager to prove themselves worthy of its power. They step forward and take up the challenge, embracing the strength and wisdom that Mjölnir has to offer. Who are you when faced with the call of Mjölnir? Will you rise to the challenge, or will you turn away from the truth? Number 1. The final secret. What happens when Mjölnir turns against its master? Thor, the mighty god of thunder, is known for his strength, courage, and unwavering determination. And at the center of his power is Mjölnir, his legendary hammer that has been passed down through generations of Norse mythology. But what if the unthinkable were to happen? What if Mjölnir, the weapon of thunder, were to turn against its master and unleash its full force upon him? The mere thought of such a betrayal is enough to send shivers down the spines of even the bravest warriors. After all, Mjölnir is more than just a weapon. It's a part of Thor, an extension of his power, and a reflection of his will. But as with all powerful artifacts, there are those who would seek to exploit its power for their own gain, and sometimes the line between master and weapon is a thin one indeed. Some say that Mjölnir's power is too great for any mortal or god to handle, and that its true power lies in its ability to break those who seek to wield it. When faced with such overwhelming power, even the strongest of wills can break, and the mightiest of heroes can fall. But perhaps the most terrifying aspect of Mjölnir's power is its ability to turn on its master at the most unexpected of moments. With lightning speed and thunderous force, the hammer can strike down its wielder just as quickly as it can protect him, leaving those who survive questioning the very nature of power and the limits of their own strength. So what would happen if Thor were to face off against his own weapon? Would he be able to defeat the very thing that gives him his power, or would he be consumed by the same forces that make him so formidable in battle? One thing is certain: the outcome of such a battle would shake the foundations of the Norse pantheon and leave the fate of the cosmos hanging in the balance. Every legend has shadows, and even the hammer of Thor hides truths too dangerous for the gods themselves. If this journey struck you like thunder, hit like, leave a comment with the legend you want next, and subscribe so you never miss the secrets waiting in the past.